What do I think about sales gurus who do their videos in $100,000 cars? I've got the answer for you on today's show, and we're going to talk about what you should look for in a sales guru. Join me for this episode of the Do This Sell More Show. Hi, it's Dave Lorenzo, and today I'm coming from inside my car, and I'm actually inside my car in my driveway. Why? Because it's not safe for me to do a video while I'm driving in my car. Those of you who are listening on the podcast, I apologize you can't see this video. It is probably one of the more ridiculous things you're ever going to see. It's me sitting inside my Lexus ES350, my regular person's car, in my driveway because I don't want to make a video while I'm driving around, but I do want to make a point. I've seen dozens of videos from these sales gurus, these experts, and some of them are driving Bentleys, some of them are driving Rolls Royces, they're driving Lamborghinis, Ferraris. I mean, and some of these people are legitimate people who have built huge businesses. Others, I have no idea what their background is. They seem to be doing well because they're running a lot of online ads. Here's the thing. You need to pick someone who has 5 specific criteria. If you're looking for a sales guru, you need to pick someone who has 5 specific criteria. The first criteria is they have to do or have done what you want to do. They have to do or have done what you want to do. So, if you want to be an outstanding real estate investor and make real estate deals and learn how to sell real estate property, Grant Cardone, he's your guy. Grant Cardone knows a lot about investing in real estate. He has a big portfolio. All of that can be verified. Grant Cardone is the guy for real estate investing and that sort of thing. If you want to figure out how to sell cars, there are dozens of people out there who are great at car sales, and they do legitimate car sales videos. You'll see them in a car lot showing you the basics of selling cars. If you want to learn how to sell professional services, if you want to learn how to connect with people and use relationship-based sales, I'm your guy. You're not going to find anybody better. And I got the track record to back it up, too. I built a business from $0 to $50 million in annual revenue when I was with Marriott. I built another business, a professional service business, from 0 to over $250 million in total revenue when I was with a big professional consulting organization called the Gallup Organization. And then for the last 12 years, I've been running my own consulting business, helping people build their own professional practices. I've got over 600 clients, all of whom you can talk to, who've worked with me over the years. My active clients now, I'll open my book of business up to you. You can talk to any one of those people. That's the bottom line. So tip number 1, find someone who's doing what you want to do and learn from them, or find someone who's done what you want to do and learn from them. Tip number 2. Don't believe the things that you see in the videos. Take the advice and follow it and put it into action. So you're watching YouTube videos or you're listening to a podcast right now. Take something that you've seen me do on YouTube, or take something that you've heard me, a piece of advice that you've heard me give on the podcast. Put it into action. If it works for you, take another piece of advice, put it into action. If that one works for you, take another piece of advice and put it into action. After you do 3 things that I've recommended that work for you, then it's time to call me. Call me and we can see if we're a good fit to work together. Do this with other gurus as well. Go out, find the other gurus, take the advice they give you, put it into action. Now, if the first thing doesn't work, you got to make sure you're doing it right, but give them 3 shots. If one of the 3 things work, try something else. Give that 3 shots. If that works, try something else. If that works, call them. Work with them. That's the thing. Take their free advice and use it. If the free advice works, then you're onto something. Then you got something there. Call the person after that. Don't just blindly throw away your money. The third thing, and I alluded to this in the first point that I made. Ask them for references. Ask to speak to the people they currently work with. Ask them how things, when you speak with those people, ask them how things are going. Ask them about the person's style. Ask them what they are recommending that they do. Ask them how easily accessible they are. Ask them if the advice is practical and actionable. All of those things are critical. They're all important, but you should be asking people who are currently working with this person. That's the thing. Ask for references. Tip number 4. See if you can invest a little bit of money before you invest a lot of money. Some of these sales experts programs are thousands of dollars. My private coaching program is $30,000 a year. However, what I like to do is I like to do a discovery session with people first before they invest $30,000. So you can invest $1,500, $2,500, or $5,000 with me, and we can do either a partial or a full or an in-person discovery session where you and I sit down and we put together a strategy for you. And then you can take that strategy and go, and our work is done before you ever spend the $30,000. Invest a little money in these folks first, then invest the big money. Determine if the little money that you invested was worthwhile. If that provides a return, then invest the big money. The final tip I want to share with you when you're looking for someone to work with when it comes to being a sales expert or a sales guru is you have to have 3 elements that go along with working with this expert. You have to like them, you have to trust them, and you have to enjoy being around them, or you have to enjoy hearing the sound of their voice. There are 3 people I can think of off the top of my head who are super smart, super successful, and they're excellent at what they do. They're really good experts. They're people who teach people how to make money. One of them is an expert on wealth creation. Another one is an expert in building consulting businesses. And the third person is an expert at helping people learn to sell. And these people they're really good at what they do, but if you spent any time around them, you'd want to run away because they're miserable, they don't treat people well, they deliver good information, but you don't like them. They're crappy people. So that's the last tip I have to offer here. These people have to be people that you like, that you mesh with. My personality is not a good fit for everyone. It's a good fit for some people, but there are other people who my personality is not a good fit for. You have to make sure that you like the person, that you want to be around them, and that you trust them. If all 3 of those things aren't there, you shouldn't be working with the person who you're looking to help you as a coach, as a mentor, as a guru. The final word I want to say about this is there's so much garbage, so much bullshit on Facebook, on Instagram, these ads that some of these coaches and gurus are running. You see videos all the time on YouTube, and you see people, like I said, in $100,000 cars. What you have to do is you have to think to yourself, okay, the guy in the $100,000 car, the person who's riding around in the Bentley giving you sales advice, right? And that's really why I did this video, because the guy who does the Bentley videos, he's full of shit. He's full of crap. The only money he ever made was money he took from people who invested in him online because they thought he was going to teach them how to sell. I'm sure he's got good money because he's taking it from people who are online investing in video courses that he does. He's not out there really teaching people how to sell. He's conning you. He's taking your money. And that's the thing. The guy who's riding around in the Bentley, the guy who's getting on his private jet, the guy who's in a leased Lamborghini or a Ferrari, driving up and down Hollywood Boulevard, those people, they're making their money by taking money from you for courses that are not going to do you any good. Take the practical application of what they have to offer, try it out. If it makes sense, then that's the person you want to talk to. Don't believe the guru just because he has a Bentley. I have done this specifically with professionals, people in professional services, and folks who sell things that are high ticket products or services like jets, yachts, people who sell luxury homes. I work with people in long sales cycle industries. I work with people who are focused on professional services because that requires a high degree of trust. Lawyers, CPAs, financial advisors, architects, folks like that. And over the years, one of the things these people have told me is they pull me aside and they confide in me and they go, hey, Dave, I invested the money in, it used to be infomercials. I invested the money in the guy who does the late night infomercials, and he says all you need to do is improve your attitude, improve your state, and you can improve your income. And you know what? I probably spent $15,000-$20,000 over the years, and my attitude is great, but my income is nowhere near what it was. I watched 2 of your videos, and guess what? I did what you said, and my income has grown by 20%. So now I think it's time for us to work together. That's what I want you to focus on. You don't have to work with me, but don't work with some guy just because he's riding around telling you what to do in a Bentley. If you've got a question for me and you want me to answer that question, I'm not going to answer a question today while I'm sitting in the car, but if you want to answer to a question, send it to me. You can send me your questions at askdave@dlorenzo.com, askdave@dlorenzo.com. That's askdave@dlorenzo.com. If you're listening to this on the podcast, join us over on YouTube. You got to see what's going on here. And if you're watching on YouTube and you want to take me with you to the gym, or while you run errands, or while you're walking the dog, go to the Do This Sell More podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Play, wherever you get your podcasts. And please leave me a review. Hop onto iTunes, give me a review, and I'll give you a shout out here on the show. Until tomorrow, I'm Dave Lorenzo, and I hope you do this and sell more.